What is going on, people of the internet? Man, it's Wednesday, hump day. I hope everyone has had an amazing day. We're going to have an amazing podcast today, that's for sure, without a doubt. I cannot believe that we are already on the 11th show, guys. It's like yesterday I started this thing. Because number one, opportunity, right? I saw that. I was talking with a friend. I saw that the chatbotpodcast.com was available. Always thinking, always trying to get ahead, always doing the things, right? That's what you have to do if you want to win. I think if you want to be successful, I think you just have to do the things. And so when I realized the chatbotpodcast.com was available, I was like, well, why not buy it? My own personal money. Why not make a YouTube show? Don't have one yet, really. Why not help people at scale? And I feel like if I keep doing this in this fashion, I don't want any guru money. No course money, none of that. Like, there's plenty of other people that you can give your money to in that regard. All I want to do is help solve problems when I can. And sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Very few times, I think, in the digital world, there have been challenges that I haven't been able to make the client super pumped they chose me. And that's what I do it for. So I think that's a big difference here. I've been doing this for 10 years, guys. It's insane to think about that. I've been doing Facebook marketing so long that I can remember, and some of these folks, believe it or not, from high school, from Effingham County, some even from Chatham County in Savannah, where I'm from, some of the people that I still am Facebook friends with, they're the people that used to so make fun of Ryan for thinking Facebook was ever going to be anything. Literally, like, had people say, Ryan, you're never going to make money with Facebook. Get a real job. Do something else. Facebook is not going to be around. Facebook doesn't make any money for businesses. Well, I think it's safe to say, guys, I got lucky. Because honestly, no one knew. No one could tell the future. These people that were so concerned with saying that Facebook would fail, I think we're so focused on that negativity that they couldn't see the positive. And they're still the ones, if they're still around, that haven't spent money on Facebook yet, even though everyone and their grandma is telling them to. They're just like, nope, stubborn, not going to do it. I've been doing marketing for 30 years. We don't need no Facebook money. Okay. We'll get to those folks later. This is going to be a fun episode, guys. You're in for a ride today. And do not be afraid to leave a comment, because social media starts with what word? Social, baby. Talk to me. And if you disagree with anything that I'm saying, holler at me, because I'm always open to learn. Always. Very few people these days in digital, though, offer me at least any value. Like, for the majority of you guys, and even some guys that I know personally, and we'll talk about them, even the ones that want to appear to be at the top, they don't know. And you can, these days, prove it. It's so easy. We'll get to that. The thing I want to get to next is a huge congratulations to the largest chat marketing platform on the face of the planet, ManyChat. They are having their conversations event virtually. Got off to a bumpy start. I think the first couple of events visually actually didn't happen, but they've been recorded or will be recorded. So if you're like me and you paid a decent amount of change for the big boy ticket, we'll get our money's worth, I'm sure. And for me, I don't expect to learn anything as far as, conversational commerce goes or conversational marketing goes, but I do expect to take home or take away a lot of value, and I have so far, especially. And shout out to the bot queen herself, Kelly Noble from Baby Got Bot, who I literally, guys, if you are interested in learning how to build automation from scratch, I highly suggest you leave this video right now. This video is not for you. These videos are for the people that understand Facebook and automation. This thing Ryan talks about, it's probably important for my business. And maybe if I get in early, I'll win, and you will. And my clients are, every one of them, luckily. This is not for the bot builder or the person that wants to do the things all themselves. If you're that person, please go to Baby Got Bot. Awesome community, awesome channel, awesome brand, and you'll learn a lot. Opened up a lot of doors for me. And ManyChat, I'm very thankful that a platform exists because A, they have so many people that in some ways are like me. They're never going to get anything done, and I can get ahead because I'm going to be the type of person that bogs down a company with so many questions and requests, and I need this and I need that. And the reason I'm that way is not because I'm selfish and not because I need this. It's because I want the best thing for the client. That's the bottom line. When you're in marketing, it's very easy, in digital marketing especially, it's very easy to tell whatever story that you want to tell. And for the brands out there, and I know there are a handful, thankfully, that do listen to the things that I talk about. Guys, listen, take this to the bank. Anything that your marketing department is doing on digital these days is worth tracking. Anything we're doing, track it. There's no reason not to. And any marketing person that doesn't know how to track said things that they're doing for your company, what I want you to do is this. Literally, go to the bank, pull out their monthly salary in cash, and look at it. This is what I'm paying this person. This is what I'm paying this agency. I have no idea if I made $1 back. So, if they don't have TTT or some system in place, they have no idea when it comes to digital. Take that money that you're going to give that person, throw it in the trash. Just throw it in the trash because that's literally what you're doing. How can you say that, Ryan? My marketing director's great. He or she's awesome. This person's great. Well, what have they done? What tangible things have they done? How much money have they costed you between the salary and the benefits and the 401ks and blah, blah, blah? How much has that costed you, and how much have the projects that they've taken on costed you? Can you actually, it's 2020, guys, not the 2001, 2002 era. Can they tell you that they, for sure, made you $1? And if they can say, yes, I've made you $1, sir, ma'am, I've made you the dollar. Prove it. Prove where? Which one? Which one did you make? Which dollar did you make? And that, my friends, seems like such a crazy thing to think about and obsess over, but literally, it's what I do because I'm a professional digital marketing person. I live and breathe this stuff. So many people just go through the motions. Matter of fact, today I was lucky enough to hang out with a low country legend, Wick Scurry, literally the guy that, if he's not already in history books in certain places, it's stupid for one, but he will be. If you've ever had any chance to learn about Charles Fraser, the person that gets the credit for developing Hilton Head, if you've ever had the opportunity to learn about that guy, you should have probably had at least the same opportunity to learn about the Fusky. The Fusky Island, you can only get there by a boat or a helicopter if you're super rich. Only seen that happen a couple times. Beautiful place. Probably the furthest away from the finish line as far as technology goes on the planet. They are so far, but they're an island you can only get to by boat. It's a miracle in my mind that they have electricity and the internet to begin with. But I'll tell you what, today we did something different and something really cool, didn't we, Wick? Wick Scurry, the guy again, he every piece of commerce for the most part, like 90% of the commerce on the island. There's not that much. He's the man. He owns it. It is his. From the place you park your boat to the lighthouse you go take pictures at, like he has it. So the guy's very smart. He built everything basically from the ground up. Nothing existed over there really before him. And I've mentioned it before. He's old school tough, old school smarts. The odds are, now my grandmother, who I don't know if she watches this, not all grandmas are the same, right? I can probably make a decent guess that the oldest demographic, the population of the United States and world, know probably the least, it's fair to say, probably the least about Facebook. Now there's exceptions all over the place, sure. But I would venture out to say that someone younger will know a little bit more. That said, 10 years ago, guys, again, like, I wasn't playing. I've really been out here. I have been out here, guys, for a decade doing this thing. People made fun of me, man. Those same people, I'm not going to say, obviously, anyone's name because that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to be in their spot, especially, talk to someone for so long and hit them up for money. Like a lot of these younger high school people I used to know, they make fun of me for doing the thing and then 10 years later hit me up. Hey, I hate to break it to you. Whatever video games you're spending your money on or whatever this or that, pay your own light bill, man. Don't hit me up anymore. There's a couple of you guys like that. I'm happy to help anyone. Help yourself first. And don't make fun of people and then ask them for help later. And I'm going to get to this. Like, you're going to have to understand. In 2021, it's hard to not know what you should know. It's always been easy to kind of probably skate by with the philosophy, you don't know what you don't know. Like, oh, I didn't know that. It's a great excuse. How many times can you make that? Same excuse over and over. And then when you become an adult, right? For some people, they become adults. Some people don't. When you become an adult and you get a career, you kind of start coasting in a lane. Some lanes are more defined than others. Meaning, when you have a specific job of turning a wrench to fix tires on vehicles, there's not much leeway for you to be lazy, uneducated, ignorant. You have to do your job. And if you can't change that tire, you're fired. That's how they do it in those industries. And that's business, right? For the business that has the guy, they're in the business of changing tires. They got 5 guys that all change tires, and one of them just ain't good at it, makes excuses, doesn't try, covers things up maybe. Like, oh, I was supposed to be here to change the 2 tires, but instead I couldn't because of the thing. In 2021, you won't be able to do that, guys. You're going to have to start doing homework. You're going to have to start being smart and doing extra things. Otherwise, not only do you not get the promotion, and I've heard that all year long, the pandemic has sucked for sure. But for some people, that next step doesn't exist. And if that next step doesn't exist, they're more likely to care less. And me and Wick had a conversation about that today. And it was, in essence, why is it that people just don't care anymore? And I don't have an answer for that. I don't know why someone who would be a professional, passionate, you're passionate, you should be passionate, in my opinion, about your profession. If you don't know all the things, wouldn't you try to learn more? because in 2021, it's going to be different, where you're going to have kids at universities and even high school want to get a specific position. They're going to achieve a certain status. They're going to have the certain eyeballs from this CEO on them. Now, before the internet and before social media, unless your dad was rich, it was really hard to do those things. But now we have the equalizer, my friends. The equalizer exposes the real from the fake, and the wannabes, and the people that make excuses. Think of all of the things security cameras have exposed over the years. People have found out employees stealing for decades from them, and they don't find out until they look at security cameras. And I'm not going to say the name of that business in Bluffton because that hurts my heart. And the owner's son, good friend of mine, had to deal with that, and to find out through a security camera, through the internet, through a web cam on the phone, that to know, this lady or this guy stealing from you for years. Of course, they should be fired. People have got to be held accountable, and that's one thing that technology can do is hold people and businesses and entities accountable. Security measures, anti-fraud programs, and all of these things are important. And in the marketing space, yes, I've said it so many times, it is easy to fool people, guys. It's easy to take that wool, pull it right over people's eyes, and just go about your day. If you're a bad person, if you have no morals, if you have no care about anything but yourself and your own bank account, you can be one of those marketers, guys. But let me tell you, it's 2020, it might be 2021, you won't last. I would highly suggest checking out what's available at an affordable trade school. Fake guru marketers out there. Because your time's up. Everything, I mean everything can be tracked now. You cannot hide the fact you didn't know. The saying that I love, you don't know what you don't know, it doesn't apply anymore. And I'm going to show you with a simple example, guys. This is a QR code. QR code created with Tap the Table. Selfless plug, chatbotpodcast.com. Listen, tapthetable.io, bar none, the best digital marketing platform ever created, ever, for a restaurant or retail store, period. Done. If you find, please, and software developers, other CEOs out there, other marketing folks, if you have anything you think compares, please you can even DM me. We'll keep it private. You don't have to be public. I just am so passionate about this craft of marketing and so passionate about results specifically. I have to just say this, like, you're not going to find anything better than tapthetable.io for your restaurant or retail store. Money back guarantee, literally, I personally guarantee it. If you find something better, I'll pay for that platform for you, personally, because it doesn't exist, guys. So this is a QR code for my program. This is a basic QR code from the leading competitor in my area. And guys, it is absolutely absurd to me to understand how you can have a competitive edge. Even more so if you already have said a competitive edge. It's absurd to me to say, oh, I can have that thing, but I've got an ego and my head has to fit through the door. Not all rhymes are the same, but that doesn't mean you have to totally say, logic, bad. And so you guys have to understand, you've got to trust the experts here, because I'll tell you what, I'm going to show you the user experience between both of these QR codes. And this is why I say, friends, not all QR codes are the same. They're not. They might look the same, but they're not. Not all agencies are the same. No, they're not. That's why some win awards. And not all Ryans are the same either. I know we have the same name. There's a lot of awesome Ryans out there. There's a lot, and there's a lot. But the Ryan, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go all the way. You know. You should have just admitted you didn't know the things, and instead you try to reinvent your own thing, and it pales in comparison. And so what I think we're going to do here, with our handy dandy smartphone, we're going to test these things out, guys. Because I think without real life examples, you will not understand the difference. And I'm not ever going to be one of those people, ever, that say something and not back it up. So I'm going to back this up. I'm going to use this handy dandy software that I've got for you, if I can, and show you on my screen how these two seemingly the same QR codes just interact so much differently in the real world. And a QR code's a QR code, guys. It's like with Tap the Table specifically, and there's other programs out there, ManyChat's one of them. With Tap the Table specifically, there's like literally 9-10 different ways to enter into the contact list, and that's the goal or the sale. And I'll go ahead and save some research for you for all those that are searching for all these different platforms. My platform is the only one designed for restaurants and retail stores to make sales with your Facebook page, with your Facebook posts. It looks like this. You make the post, you want someone to buy your thing, but you're asking them to jump through a whole bunch of hoops. Click on this link, go to my website, go to this page, go to this product, go to this service, buy the thing, enter your credit card. There's so much. We've had a table. A comment leads to the purchase with 2 clicks, period. Done. I'll show you guys that. And there's other videos on that. I'm doing this too, to show you guys how to actually track your results and make money with your Facebook pages. All right, so let's see if I can connect here with my phone, and we're going to expose the difference between QR codes, between, your basic, you got it for free because you're cheap and don't know how to do anything yourself on the internet, QR codes, versus the ones that are gangster, the ones that are awesome from Tap the Table. Let's do a little screen share here. All right, pop this open right there. Bam. So you can see my screen, and I'm going to grab this phone that I dropped. Oh, my appreciate it. Appreciate it, my man. The lawyer's here to make sure I don't say anything crazy. Appreciate you being here for me. Because guys, it's serious, man. There's no more games to be played. In 2021, you can't be a phony. You can't be a fake. You can't just slide by without proving results in digital marketing. And I will literally personally make sure of it. Literally, I'm going to make sure businesses stop getting ripped off. There are some great agencies out there. There's some great gurus and consultants out there, and I personally know them. And there's some really bad ones, guys. All right, so you can see camera right here. We see this is what we're filming on, guys. You're true. When have you been on a podcast, a live podcast, where they showed you the gosh darn camera setup, I don't know. But what we're going to do, we're going to look at this code right here. First, let's look at Tap the Table. And this is a brand new one. Here we go. We're going to just look at the code itself. That was fast. We tap, and where did we go? A super simple landing page where if we click the first button, for example, bam, son, welcome to the crab company. Let's just take this journey, guys. Let's really ride on this thing, man. So I just scanned this code right here. The Tap the Table code, the real one, the original, not the one that you saw me hold up the code to you at the gas station, and instead of you actually trying to learn about it, you try to find the cheap, safe, don't know nothing route. And this is why I'm doing this, man. Because what you've done is a huge disservice to your company. Because when Tap the Table customers scan their code, For example, okay, go to something like this where we could say, oh, it's my first visit. What happens? We're building that database. We're having an experience with our customers. We're going on a little journey here. We have a new chiropractor business that has signed on to TTT recently, and they are absolutely running circles around so many of the clients that have been on the platform for a while now, and it's hilarious because I never ever thought Tap the Table would serve a chiropractic office. These guys are about to break records, folks. They are about to break records, and it's been so fun to see what they've made. And that's my biggest goal. But again, I've got things here. I can see things. I can see all the things. Specialty items. What do we got, guys? I'm looking at the menu super duper fast. I can add things to my cart. I can buy 4 Dufusky devil crabs right now if I want to. And it all started with this. More importantly, sure, I'm super pumped that I was able to provide, right? I was able to provide the guest the menu in about 3 seconds. They scanned this thing, opened up to a super simple mobile first landing page. They just tapped. And I'll tell you, what you're about to see the other guys have is just it's not the same. And the most important piece here, guys, is not just the simplicity of the whole system, although the simplicity is fantastic. What I want to show you is what happens when you actually do tap or scan something from Tap the Table. What all restaurants, literally all restaurants should have Tap the Table, period. That's the goal, guys. If you want to know where to go with Tap the Table, the Tap the Table QR code or NFC tag should be on every single restaurant table in America. And it's because we want to be able to see revenue every second of the day. We want to see it. And we want to know what's happening inside of the where. The database, the customer list, the thing that I keep preaching so hard about. If you do not have a list of people that are your current customers that you can reach out to, fail, fired. You're not doing something right. They're not doing something right. It's not good, guys. If you're not building a list, please understand you are missing that boat. Full of money. Just bye. This is what you guys need. You have to have a customer database. All of these people here. 1,354 people in less than 2 weeks? That's a database. That is what you need. If you do not have this, you're missing out. And how do we generate so many names so quickly that just want our information? Social media. The thing that so many people say doesn't work. If you think social media doesn't work, it probably means you suck at it. If you don't have a concrete example of how you personally have helped generate income on this specific thing by doing this specific thing, you don't know what you're doing, man, lady. Get with it, learn something, or get out, because you'll be exposed. And I promise you don't want to be in that position where you hadn't been thinking about this because you're playing it cool, taking the safe route, taking the owner's money. And see, that's what I can't sleep with. I can't go to bed thinking I've charged a business owner something, or even as an employee, my salary is costing them money that's not being made back. And maybe I'm a weirdo, but that's just how I've always thought. Going forward in marketing specifically, it's not going to fly, guys. You're going to have to adjust. You're going to have to get better. Stop all these excuses, man. The game has changed. You've got to look at this. Look, I'm a perfect example of this. I'm a guy, anyone that knows me for any amount of time will tell you I am not a fan of the camera. Never have been. Never been a person to want to take a selfie ever. The only time I've ever wanted to take a selfie that I can recall this year, actually, thanks Barber Joe, because he made me feel like such a stunner one day when I left this barber shop that I had to. Plus, I just got the new iPhone X when it came out or something. Maybe it was last year or 2 years ago. Who knows? That's like the only time I can recall taking a selfie. I'm not that guy. Truthfully, I don't want to be in front of this camera right now. There's a whole bunch of other things I could be doing right now. Whole bunch. But I'm here to try to help, to try to inspire, to answer questions, and expose the fakes, man, because during a pandemic, during a health crisis, the last thing a business owner needs is some fake marketer stealing their money, not producing a dime, and then blaming it on brand or not knowing. It's impossible to not know these days. So this has been a fun one. I sure do appreciate everyone watching. But I'll tell you what, I'm watching you guys, and I want you to watch me. I hope this has ruffled some feathers out here in digital marketing nerd land, where I live at 24/7, baby. That's right. I am the nerd, man. I hope I've ruffled some feathers enough to inspire you and motivate you, because to the people out here, to the chatbot builders across the world, from the Philippines to London, talk to you guys all the time, to Atlanta, to Fort Wayne. What's up with all my friends out there? This is the difference, guys. You saw how easy it was with Ryan's system, with Tap the Table, with something real. Somebody knows something about marketing that actually has a resume versus someone that doesn't. I'm going to show you guys the leading competitor, what theirs does. And I really just hope I'm doing this not to show you how awesome Tap the Table is. I'm doing this to show you how bad some of the top positions are. So this is how bad some of the directors. I remember getting in such an argument with this guy who I totally respected about a title. I'm like, bro, you're gonna flex over a title that costs you nothing? And this is the kind of thinking that costs businesses so many good employees, and they're stuck with the crappy clones, So this is what a non-tap the table QR code does. This is a leading competitor in one of the most competitive markets in the entire freaking world, guys. At least on the US. Hilton had just won again this year, I think the 4th year in a row, Best Island. And I like to think when I was helping this one group, we were a part of that feng shui. And now it's the big difference when you're part of an organization and they grow, maybe by a couple units, and in the replacement, they lose a spot or two. Not good, guys. So you see in the Tap the Table code, leading competitor code. Let's just see what Ryan, shut up, Ryan. Let's just see what happens. So let's scan it. Okay. QR codes.pro in Safari. Cool domain. App.table up. No branding there. It's fine. So we got order, rewards, dining, shopping, gift cards, entertainment, reservation. That's a solid line. It looks like this is pretty thought out. Oh, wait. I think I know who might have designed this thing. But let's just see if it's gotten better, or let's see if it's just totally taken a nosedive. Okay, so we're going to see. We want to use my location? Sure. It's 9:30 right now. Ooh, one of my favorites. Let's look at this spot here. What does this say, actually? I just want to see the menu. Currently, let's look at the menu. Great. All right, this is going to be this is a fun test. So it took 2 clicks for us to order food with Tap the Table. I want to count the clicks, guys. So open phone, scan. Click number 1 is the open. We won't even count that as a click. So it's open. So from here, looks like some things have changed. Order, click 1. Choose the place, click 2. Would you like to view the menu? Click 3. View the menu, click 4. And now I'm out of the app all in general. And now I can see their menu, this is a good layout here. Let's look at, please, let's just be fair. Let's look at the real QR code, the original, the OG, the Tap the Table QR code, because that was atrocious. My head hurt a little bit. Tap the table, opening that thing up right there, baby. 3 buttons. That's it. You can't even scroll. That's on purpose, guys. Let's view again on Facebook. And we're already here. Welcome. My first visit. Boom. What's up? Let's do this. My first visit to Fusky. Now what we got? Welcome. This is already a better. I've made one tap, and then I'm at the menu. And you know, I don't even want to look. I just want shrimp, man. I'm gonna let them know. I just want shrimp. Y'all see this? I'm a fool for not having this screen open. You didn't even. I'm gonna show you again, just because I didn't realize the screens weren't open, man. This is it's stupid, guys. So clone. This is from the fake marketer, from the guy that, like, literally I showed him the thing, and instead of doing the right thing and learning something, he tried to do it himself. It was a major fail. So scan. Let's see it. Where's the thing? All right, it sees it. QR code pros. So this is, and truthfully, I only know how to get here because I helped design this whole thing years ago. Hasn't changed much. Click 1. Click 2. This is not for me. Table up. Listen up. If you guys are still in business, table up. The currently unavailable. Click to see hours. I think there's a better language there. But would you like to view a menu? Yes. That's what I'm trying to do, is view a menu. So then it's like, great. Click it again because we're not sure if you really wanted to look at the menu. Like, we want you to double check, double confirm. So finally we're at the menu and we're here. But that's ridiculous comparatively to, again, the real one. You guys can see my screen. Countless seconds. Everything is just so much faster. You know, and let's do something different here. I'm going to even show you a different view. We click the second button. This is actually a beautifully done web app that's right into the thing. And, you know, the experience is just... What was the first that he actually helped me with this one? This was just, guys, listen, this is important. Trust the actual experts with resumes that have done something. If you need someone that can just talk a bunch, there's a lot of those people out there. For your marketing, it's important. From single unit restaurants to $55 million manufacturers, marketing is important. If you don't take it seriously and you're not building a customer list, like so many businesses, you're not going to last. You're going to fail. And it sucks because, like I said last episode, there's a chef, a know-it-all chef, but he lost one of his locations recently on Hilton that didn't have a database for sure. Totally didn't care about marketing at all. Thought he just could cook, could bartend, and could do social media all on his own. That's why he doesn't have his other place anymore, guys. Don't blame the pandemic. Don't do that. That's a cop-out. There's been too much money given out from the government. We're in debt, y'all. I won't ever get into politics on this show. But here's one thing I will say on record. Look up the United States debt. We don't need to bail nobody else out. This is bad, y'all. Don't blame the pandemic. Blame yourself if you went out of business this year. I feel bad for the ones that started out right in it, because that's just terrible luck. You can't plan for this type of thing when you're starting up like that. But for all the other businesses out there that have been around the block, like, this is your time to wake up, man. This is your time. 2021 needs to be your year. The rest of 2020 can be a great rest of 2020 if you do the right things. But like I always say on my personal Facebook, always do the right things, guys, even when no one's looking. Read the article, read the blog post. Never take someone's idea for your own, ever. That's the worst. And work hard, especially when you have other people in your company or your organization or your group. They're staying late. They're trying their best, you know. I talk to them. I know they tell me the things. And when you don't know what you're doing, show up to actually make a difference, and just collect the paycheck, you're making it hard for all of us. 2021, you can't do that. I promise you. The nerds with the data and analytics will show you the door. Or the bosses will, one, and they'll just have the data. Thank you guys for watching this highly different, for me, fun, amazing episode of the ChatBot podcast. Episode 12 is on the horizon, and I want to know, it's the first time I've asked for input on an episode. I want to know what you want to hear about next. Do you want to unlock secrets of the ChatBot universe? Do you want to learn how to sell amazing chatbot solutions to companies that don't have marketing managers that think that because they have the same name as someone, they can't let that person do their thing because it makes them look less of a same name? You got to grow up and get past that. It's business, not personal. What do you want to learn? I'm here to help. Educate if I can. And if you can teach me something, by golly, I love learning. Kelly, where are you at? I can't wait for Kelly to join the show in a couple weeks because like every episode, I'm going to learn a lot. And if you watch, you are too. But again, thank you so much, guys. All for now. More fun stuff coming soon. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.